So, good evening, good evening. It's obviously not a live stream. It is a pre-recorded video. So apologies about that, but I was on a Google Meet discussing some bits for next season. So hence why I didn't do the member stream this evening, but that will be at 7 o'clock tomorrow night. Level 1 member stream. Make sure you come join in tomorrow, 7 p.m. Also, I am recording with Fabrizio Romano tomorrow. Absolutely gassed. I'm more buzzing about that than us announcing Gabriel or Aubameyang deal. So that will be out probably Sunday. I don't want that to overshadow the game we have in the Community Shield or the game to overshadow that. So probably Sunday. If you are a member on any level of this channel, you will get that interview with him an hour early. And I will not be bombarding him with stupid questions about transfers because let's be real, when a transfer is done, man tweets it. So we're going to go down a different angle. Make sure you come and check that out. Make sure you follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Flick. All the other links are in the description. But I want to start off tonight speaking about this young man, Emile Smith-Rowe. And it's breaking news in the last hour and a half that he is linked with a loan move to Fulham. And I'm not too surprised, if I'm being honest. I'm kind of a little bit gutted for him. He went on loan to Huddersfield, as we know, last season. And he done all right, by all accounts. He actually did pretty damn well. And let's be real, it was during a COVID-19 season where it was stop-start. So he actually did pretty well and he impressed there. He's obviously come back to Arsenal. He came on yesterday against the MK Dons. But he is linked to a loan move, a season-long loan to Fulham. And we have kind of a good relationship with Fulham. So I fully expect that deal to be advanced and hurry up and go through in the next 24 to 48 hours. I think that we'll be announcing. It won't be Gabriel. It won't be Aubameyang because we're in go slow mode. We're just going to let Chelsea announce all of their signings before we announce anyone. But I do think that he will end up at Fulham. Another one who could end up at Fulham with him is, if I can find his picture, there he is, Callum Chambers, who was their player of the season last time they were in the Premier League. That's still getting mad traction right now. And I suppose that if one goes and the other one goes as well, at least they've got somebody that they get on with, that they know, that they've been in the dressing room with. Obviously, Callum Chambers has played with some of the players at Fulham, not all of them, but some of them at Fulham. Be interesting to know how many he has actually played with at Fulham, because obviously they got relegated. They've then obviously come back up via the playoffs. But again, I expect that one to go through as well. And I think that that will be pretty quick. Let's move on to the next guy. Guendouzi, Matteo Guendouzi, the Arsenal scapegoat. He is the bad guy. Everything about Guendouzi is now in the gutter. Funny how football works, really, isn't it? Because I remember when he was hanging out the car after the 4-2 win against Tottenham. Oh, Guendouzi's got the passion. He's an Arsenal man. He gets it. All of a sudden, people had a decision to make. Do they back Guendouzi or do they back the manager? And everyone's backed the manager. I do make the manager right for binning him and dropping him out the squads because of what he did against Malpai. And the way he was going on in that game against Brighton, which obviously we lost. But selling him, I'm still 50-50. I sound like Lamar. Right about now, I'm 50-50. Word got round, shouldn't have dissed me. But Arsenal are apparently wanting £43 million. The only team that are really shown any kind of conviction are Villarreal, which is Unai Emery's new team. Good evening. Good evening. Unai Emery, PSG are sniffing around, but nothing concrete from them. Villarreal have looked into a loan move for him with an obligation or option to buy him at the end. We shall see what happens with him. I still ain't sure whether I'd sell him. It's a tough one. He could either go on to be a superstar or he could just eat himself up by being a prick. It's a difficult one. Let's move on to the main guy, Diawara, Amadou Diawara. And he is the backup plan, backup dancer. The man in your vids, backup dancer. This is the backup to Thomas Partey. And Thomas Partey, apparently, by all accounts, right now has fallen through. It's not going to happen. We're not going to reach their demands of their buyout clause, which is about 43, 44 million quid, which I just look at and just think is ridiculously cheap. If that guy comes to the Premier League and smashes it, all of a sudden we've now got an £80 million footballer on our hands, which we could either cash in on next season or we keep, and then he maybe makes it up to £100 million and we bin him off to Madrid or somewhere, Real Madrid or Barca or someone like that. But Amadou Diawara, by all accounts, is a pretty decent footballer. £27 million. He is the backup dancer to Thomas Partey. But the best thing about this is earlier on when I did my stream earlier, we spoke about Said Kolasinac, Thomas the Tank, choo-choo, baby. Well, he is linked with Roma. We've obviously done a deal where Mkhitaryan's now at Roma, where he bought himself out of his contract, paid the £1 million. So maybe, just maybe, if we don't get Thomas Partey, then we could perhaps do a deal with Roma where we say, yo, we'll give you, say, Kolasinac, you give us Amadou Diawara, and we'll pay you the £12 million difference, because they value Kolasinac at around 15 million quid, which, listen, take it. I ain't arguing, bruv. Take it real quick. Just cash out. You know when you get the cash out option on the betting app? Cash out, cash out. Don't let it go another minute longer. Maybe there's an option where we can do that and maybe tie it in as a swap plus cash. This Diawara is not a bad player. Like I said, it isn't Thomas Partey. Let's be real. It is a B-Tech version of Thomas Partey. But at the same time, he is better than Torreira, in my opinion. Torreira is pretty damn poor. Another one that I do think is going to leave this summer. It's going to be very interesting to see. I've said this many times. It's going to be very interesting to see when that window slams shut on the 5th of October, exactly what our squad is looking like. Because if we get our squad looking crisp, we could potentially get in that top 4. If we're still with some of these washed up has-beens or never has-beens, then we're in big, big trouble. And talking of has-beens, well, I'll end on this guy. Link to nobody. There's a surprise. Nobody will fund this guy's lifestyle. There's a little chart that's come out this evening as well. He is the 7th highest paid footballer in world football, which is obscene. That was the parting shot for me from the previous regime. Here you go. Have 350. We can't ever get rid of you. You're holding us back. And on that sour note, I will be back again tomorrow around lunchtime with a live stream. Then I'll be dropping a Premier League video. Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that. I will then be recording with the main man, Fabrizio Romano. I am gassed. I ain't going to sleep tonight. That's being done tomorrow afternoon as well. And then I'll be dropping that Sunday. Members get it early. Make sure you are subscribed. Make sure you share the content around. Make sure, most importantly, you slap a like on the video. Follow my Insta. Follow my Facebook. Follow my Twitter. Follow me on Flick, the most interactive football app out there. Until tomorrow, have a wonderful Wednesday. Laters, peeps.